any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Blue Devils offense will go to work first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So North Carolina's offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
He's got him.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Tar Heels come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. He wants to throw it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Ellis. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Tar Heels had this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Payne. It's on target and complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll pull it on the read. And some room to work. Got enough for the first. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Leaves it with the running back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Tar Heels trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Quick strike through the air for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a crease. It's Ellis. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Payne. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Under fire. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And now this offense will take the field again. That's caught. It's Cottons. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets enough. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. The RPO fired complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Complete downfield.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Caught behind the line. It's Cox. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the upright. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 13 over South Alabama. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Payne. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Looking to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. 3rd and goal where the strong come through. Using the quick game. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. To throw, it's Payne. Snagged out of the air. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll try to do it himself.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. This time it's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to beat them to the edge with the jet sweep. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tar Heels have moved it inside the 20. Here's the handoff. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Line is set on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Payne. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
And they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Give to the running back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Makes the catch. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air. It's Payne. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Safe completion on the screen. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Well, so much for the idea of tying the game with a short field goal attempt. It's 4th down, and they'll go for it. Looking for the score. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. And the Blue Devils buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Powers ahead, gets 4, he's down at the 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll run it. Got enough for the 1st. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. At the 40, there he goes. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cox. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Never a doubt. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy with a nice stop here.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Scanning the field, it's Payne. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple 4th downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Payne. Rushes on him. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and pull it away. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Snags it over the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They'll go to the ground. Finding open areas. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
A first down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a two-score game at 16-7. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Duke! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Back to throw, it's Payne. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
It's complete to the left. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. To the air on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quick completion on the out route. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. They'll leave it with him. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10. The Tar Heels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to the well. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Payne. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Tar Heels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ellis. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Payne. Fires to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Here comes the offense on 1st down. On the run, it's Randall. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 3rd and long. Off the RPO, complete. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Pulls it in. It's Durham. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll go with a direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Payne. This time he's got his man. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Fakes the grab.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. To the air, it's Payne. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, this They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it. 1st down and more. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Missouri is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Cox. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.